If you joined us last week in worship at Prairie Bible Church, you'll know that I referred to some misconceptions that a lot of us carry around, sometimes for our whole lives. Well, this week at Prairie Bible and Worship, I'm going to be starting a small 3-week sermon series, kind of building on that concept of misconceptions. And it's called this, the sermon series is called this, Myths That Make Us Miserable. And the myth that we're going to be starting with this week is this: God helps those that help themselves. Yep, you heard me right. That's a myth. If you want to hear more about that, I invite you to join us this Sunday at 9:30 out at the Hughes Horse Farm, or you can join us on live stream on Facebook, and I'll tell you a little bit more what the Bible really has to say on that subject. And now I'd like to share with you a few prayer focuses that I'd like Prairie Bible to join in for this week. The first prayer that I'd like you to join me in is praying for our missionary Simon Benjamin, who is the director of the Jalingo Orphanage in Nigeria. If you'd pray that God would bless him and his family and all those kids that they minister to, pray that God would raise up the resources that they need to fulfill their mission and ministry. That would be awesome. Thank you for joining me in prayers for Simon and for the orphans. I'd also like you to be praying for the leadership at Prairie Bible Church. We've had our ministry board as well as the administrative board. We have talked about what it's going to look like once we move into our new facility, hopefully first part of August. Because everything, the situation with COVID is kind of a moving target, we have to be nimble and make the right decisions. So if you would continue to pray for the leadership about what that ought to look like, how we social distance safely and appropriately, we sure covet your prayers. And finally, please join with me. One of the prayers that I pray every day is that God would raise up gifted and called evangelists in Prairie Bible Church, people that will inspire us and challenge the rest of us to take hold of this call to evangelism as well. If you join me in all 3 of those prayer requests this week, I would greatly appreciate it. And we look forward to seeing you on Sunday at worship if you're able.